Hey guys, Cosmos here from Dull Games, and we're gonna be doing Titan War, and this is gonna be a more relaxed Titan War. I'm gonna just pop in to the room because we don't have a very strong party, at least our party that is, of course. So we're gonna have a more relaxed battle. So I'm not gonna stress too much about it and having all the battle ratings or whatever fixed. It's not too bad though. We got Besheva here at 1.25. And I'm here at 1.66, and we got 200 seconds to go, so I'm just gonna buff up a little bit. Yeah, let's take the milks, although it is a relaxed one. It won't hurt to lose one milk. It's not a major issue. So I'm just gonna click on each one, and I'm gonna avoid level 5 potions because it's not generally speaking, just as a side note, the potions don't have any large effect anymore, of course, because the stats they're giving are very limited. That they're fixed value potions, which were fantastic, of course, before when we were doing in previous years of Wartune. It's a 4v4 class wars, more like. So but now when everybody has grown so high to such high battle rating, the potions don't have such a large effect, and of course percentage based buffs are much more important, like milks or scrolls. I'm just gonna PM these guys who are sleeping. Hello, you are really late, so we're gonna go. Who is that? Mamo, hey, you are really late. So you can see that the quality of the team we have. So it's a really relaxed mode. I just got my Gaia to golden, so she's gonna be on my Eudemon, and I'm going to be with my Zeus. And that's the setting with the things. I just noticed I don't have health, so I'm gonna buy that. You see, there's not too much time left, but I'm absolutely relaxed about it. Although probably I shouldn't be. So we're gonna ask Chris to whatchamacallit, a polo shield on turn 1. One person, please purify chaos rune of enemy on turn 1. So I'm just spelling it out. I will just go with my basic build. We're gonna do whirlwind basically. I don't think we'll get to the EDD. I didn't have time to fix my other things. Let's make sure. I haven't been in the medallion forever, so it was expired indeed. So we're gonna buy a couple of these. Got 200,000 insignia, so that's not an issue. Battle protection, I got a whole bunch of electro resist, and should be good light resist. There I got some dimensions on that. I'm weak in dark, and that's gonna be the main problem because there's a lot of people on dark. After the buffs, I'm at 1.79, so 1.8 million. Bash here is at 1.25. Chris is the smallest at 924, and Mamo is at 1.3. So that's our team, and we're about to have our first round. So like I said, a more relaxed fashion, fantastic. We have one guy, so I'm gonna get my Eudemon to buff everybody. And this could be misleading, if you see one person, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to win. It could be one very, very strong person, or his team is late or restarting. So, suddenly, like 3 people could just join this battle, I guess. Or I'm assuming that, I don't know if it works like that. It looks alone though. But he hit strong. You can see he took out almost the entire team with that basic area attack. And he is now healing with the Eudemon and going to Silver. So theoretically speaking, he could win. So here is my EDD, and I'm also going to Sylph mode. Luckily he is light Sylph, and I can handle that. Or I hope I can handle that. We got 2 people left now. As you can see, 4 versus 4 or 50 versus 50, it doesn't really matter. It all matters if you have one strong person. We also had the same issue in Chaos War, and there it's of course a 40 versus 40. But if you have one single team of 4 people, 4 powerful people, they can kill everybody. So in that way the game is not intelligently designed for these specific features, but I guess they're doing the best they can, and it's not horrible. I mean, you can enjoy no problem, but of course I know that a lot of people complain, so that's why I said those comments in respect to the people who have those fair comments. So we're gonna just recruit some troops, because I just noticed that my yellow bar is low. For this purpose there is no difference, but just I saw that. So let's have a look at my character in this 50 seconds and see if I've forgotten something. I got my soul mark finally to level 43. I could easily max it out, but some of you know I'm a pack rat, so I was waiting for an event. I gave up a little bit to increase my BR, so to do the Chaos War, because you need to be in top 40 of the server. So I jumped from something like top 43 to 33 or something like that. I jumped 10 ranks so that I could play Chaos War, but still I have a whole lot of stuff in bags, as you can see, and this is just some of the stuff I have. The other stuff is in mail and guild vault. So let's have a look who we get for the second round. Alright, here is a full team. We're gonna do an attack with the demon, because the only hope here is to kill somebody at least. Chaos Rune on them. And now the area attack round. With a lot of lag, of course. I don't see if my character has done his attack. He's still doing it, I think, because now there it is. I just saw that Joker horse decoration. I'm actually gonna wait a couple of seconds and go directly to Sylph mode instead of initiating a skill. Giving an order to the U-Demon to kill everybody. It's still 4 versus 4. Both parties are still healthy, but now comes the elimination round. So we got one Zeus, we got a Dark Sylph there, and that's the most dangerous one for me because I'm at minus 100 on Dark. But we have a good chance, I think, for this one. And you will see that even though we don't have, the most powerful party in Titan War, we will still manage to get wins because, of course, we're matched according to points. So we will simply be matched with other people according to points. And in this case, we seem to be winning. One of them down, 3 versus 4. And we are at decent health, so I'm going to give the second order for the U-Demon to heal, anticipating the attack. And we are actually at 100% with 2 people left on the enemy side. Anyway, I actually enjoy Titan War more now because I'm playing in a very relaxed way. Because there was a plan to get into a strong party, but an even stronger party took regular members, which is absolutely no problem, and that's why I was kind of left out in that sense, but that's totally fine. I completely, oh wow, I underestimated that guy. I was talking too much. I could have done something about it. My kid killed him, which is amazing. This is amazing. Did we win with kids? No, we got one guy barely alive against my kid. I could win. There is a restoration from that. No, there's a fader. I have no idea what happened because it didn't show anything. That was pretty amazing. It would have been great if my kid won, but we basically lost because of me, because I was talking to you guys and not paying attention to what was going on. I took that for granted, and so we took a loss. I could have easily used a heal rune, and I was probably late at pressing the skill attack, but it's okay. So I was saying, as a result of that, I ended up creating this lower battle rating party, and then I wasn't stressed anymore about Titan War coming, and so I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than being in a very competitive team. But both are good, of course. In a competitive team, you'll have higher scores and you'll get a higher reward, so you'll get more items. But it's all good, so it shows that even with lower battle rating, you can very much enjoy the game. So here we won very easily, and that's because, like I said, it's matching with points. So after losing 2 battles, it's almost pretty much guaranteed that you will get a win if you got a full party. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna pause and we're gonna wait for the next round. I'll resume there. We're just having a conversation about clothing. The chef was saying to hide clothing. I'm like, why? We're gonna lose, because this is Titan War. The massive battle rating people, strong people. So chances are very, very high that we're gonna lose. So at least I wanna lose in style, looking good. So that was the discussion we're having. The next round is here. We got Dominite and Wartune. I can't pronounce those names. Those are very strange names. So we got those guys basically, and I think we might have a good chance because I'm looking immediately at the sylphs. Sylphs are the best indicator, I think, for the performance of the battle, because battle rating doesn't mean anything anymore. So of course, if you look and see that somebody has a purple sylph as a main, for example, then something is off, because nowadays, even if you're a free player, you should have achieved a golden sylph from all the dimensions before the patch, and after the patch there was a lot of Maras given out. So golden sylph is definitely achievable, and also mine, which is Zeus, it became absolutely achievable for free players now, which is great. And a lot of free players refined their second tier sylphs to third tier recently, especially because of the exchange event that was given, and free players could have collected all the moon rocks and moon dust, and even the divinities. Let's look at them in the back so I can show you, especially for those who are not sure. So these are the moon rocks and the moon dust, and these are the divinity stones, and those are the ones you need for the basic 4 elements. You need just the moon dust and the moon rock, but for light and dark you need the divinity stones as well to refine them up, for example from Gaia to Hecate, and so those were very difficult to get before, but now free players are able to collect them pretty well. Also from offerings, basically dimensions were very good for free players to help them catch up a little bit, at least, towards the cashers. There's of course still a big gap, and there should be, of course, but the gap was getting bigger and bigger. So I think they did the correct things by boosting up the free players a little bit so that everybody is happier, because the difference was becoming absurdly big. So now it's much better. So let's have a look at sylphs. I got my Zeus. He was fully enchanted and upgraded Hercules, and I refined him. Remember, if you're gonna refine your sylph, make sure that you got it fully enchanted before you do that, because afterwards you gotta use the advanced Mara and the advanced sepulcrums, Of course, those are much harder to get than the basic, so make sure you use up everything to the maximum with the basic before you refine. So we got Ancient Evil and Power something, Panku, Barku, don't know. Let's see if we can take them. The kids are going down, so that's already a good sign. Panku is almost dead, so that's a very good sign. And now dead, so now the question is only about Ancient Evil. And I think he's going to go down because he's already hurt. So it's not a surprise strong player like the first round we had. We seem to be quite safe. In battles like this, it is also interesting or possible to calculate raids like the illusion activation, because you have 4 Eudemons and 4 characters, as well as before Sylph activation the 4 Sylphs attacking 1 player, and then you can, so that's like a lot of attacks, at least 12 attacks per second or so, or 10 attacks per second, and then you can quickly start getting kind of activation rates for Astrals like illusion. For something like regeneration, it's you who has to do the attack, so that way it's not possible. But for Astrals like deflection, like illusion, let's see what else. I think, yeah, deflection, I have it somewhere. Here it is. Deflection is also, of course, everybody hitting you, and what's the chance of, is it really 10% chance to reflect? And illusion, is it really 20% chance? No, it's not, of course. So we know that the illusion percentage has been alive for many years. But it's okay, it's not a big deal. We already have a feeling of how it works, so of course nobody is expecting every third attack to be 1 damage. And for Astrals like regeneration, you'd have to go into a battle where you don't die for a long time, and that's something like Skytrail. And there you can test out the percentage for activation. You can even do just AFK mode and pick a boss for which your resistance is very high, and that way you'll be doing a lot of rounds, so you can calculate if you wish to. But nowadays everybody is so busy that not so many people are doing those kind of data collections and calculations, because also the return is very small. Like, if you find out it's good or not so good, what are you gonna do? There is no better Astral to wear anyways. If there was a choice, then it would make sense to do some kind of a study, but there isn't, so we can do the study if they add a lot more Astrals. Well, of course we're gonna die here. I'm the only one left, and I'm not hurrying up because they're all full health. But I will try. Let's try to do what we can do. Going to Sylph mode. And of course, when you are Electro Sylph, this kind of situation is even working in your favor if you're a strong person, because they're all gonna bring your damage increase here. The voltage. Unstable voltage passive, they're gonna bring it up to 10 immediately, and you're gonna dish out ridiculous damage with the Electro Sylph. What am I looking at? Where's my passive? There, unstable voltage, 5% every time damage is received, stacks for a total of 50%. So there are 8 people with the 4 Eudemons and the 4 characters, plus also the attacks of the unactivated Sylphs also count. So in 1 round they could give you the 10 power-ups, and then if you're a strong player and on top of that you get a 50% additional damage, that is pretty lethal. So, but of course Electro doesn't really have an area damage, so you can't use that to kill everybody in one turn, but the short circuit does the job sometimes by taking out 2-3 guys straight away. Of course there the power difference has to be smaller. There we go with the next round. Gonna do Chaos Rune, damage with U-Demon. I have both of the Delphics on him, they're both level 3. And of course that's nice to have. Some people don't think about it and have one or the other on the skill bar, but I suggest adding both, and that way you can have a choice. Do you want to attack or you want to heal, and that's a really interesting option. Alright, so there's a lot of lag in this round. I can see simply from the names here on the right side that one guy is dead. And we got 3 of them. We seem to be relatively healthy, but I'm gonna order the demon to heal and go to Sylph mode myself. One demon. I think my friends need that healing, so I'm gonna use now the first skill. I'm gonna use Thunder Strike to hit the front row target, because that's what it does, single front row target. Because if you remember, I'm very bad at dark resist, and I need this guy to be dead as soon as possible. Otherwise, he could do more damage to me than the others, like you saw now. Well, didn't work out, but we could have maybe won against this team. Oh, we lost the guy, okay. I'm wondering what if I switch to Dark Sylph. Let's see what's the difference in battle rating. That my Dark is weaker, but he just did get to gold. He's weaker in the enchants. So let's see the difference in battle rating, for example. You go to character and you go to U-Demon. So 177 is not too bad in battle rating difference. Of course, my single target damage will be weaker, but Dark is better in this situation because I'll be able to do Death's Harvest and the Delphic, both of which are hitting all the enemy players, and that's valuable. And of course, having the Dark Sylph on me, my resistances balance out better. Going from -100 to +100 is, both are bad, but is much better. On the very high level of Titan War, you can expect people have some very high dark resists. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has something like 2,000 or 2,500 dark resist. I'm currently running advanced dimensions because of also some lack of time. I missed out on some energies and wasn't able to do expert dimensions, but that's something else. On much higher battle rating, you can expect people who have currently around 3 million battle rating, they would have at least 2 dimensions out of the 5 expert. And that would of course not only give them a very large crystal income, but also a very large resistance towards a particular element. They probably have dark, that's the main one. A lot of people are getting dark resists because a Dark Sylph is so universal. A lot of people are using it, so that opens up the possibility for people to use for example, a Wind Sylph, because not so many people have that resistance. But even water, even fire, it's very difficult if you take non-dark, because a lot of people have light resist, electro resist, dark resist, but the basic elements less people are afraid of. So if somebody would make a powerful sylph from the basic elements, they might find very little resistance. I'm currently strong right now in Electro. Even though I switched from Zeus, it's still high, and my light is decent for 49, even though I'm pretty much not wearing any more lights. I should have spent some money to convert some of these into dark to make the situation a bit better. But given the fact that our battle rating, our party battle rating, is relatively low compared to the performance of the Titan War parties, I didn't stress too much about it. So we got 1620 points, and round 9 is coming up. I can see the scrolls are wearing off, so let's put them on, even though mostly simply because I have a lot of them, so I don't mind. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. But like I said, the percentage based buffs are indeed important, so a scroll has a lot more significance now than a potion for my character. If a potion expires, I wouldn't care to put it, let's say it like that, because it almost has no meaning. But soon we'll have resistance potions coming in, and those will be definitely much more valuable. Take a tiny break to take a drink. Talking for half an hour non-stop is also taxing on the body. Alright, we got a huge mass of numbers here. All I can see is that Mamo is alive and I'm alive, and the enemy is not in super health as well, so we still got good chances. I actually gave my Demon an order to attack instead of healing, partly because I don't think he will stay alive. Yep, just like I thought. Alright, so whoa, full life out. That's probably because of lag. There was something I didn't see. So got taken out by 47k damage. That's sad. You see, that was the attack from Hercules. He barely hurt me. He just hit me for only 47,000. Yeah, there is a lot of lag. So you can see sudden changes. Yeah, because with laggy situations, you can be at full health and then at 0 in a second, and that could easily happen. I can see people are refreshing. I'm gonna refresh. Alright, we're back in the game. We're gonna pop on over to the Titan War room. Alright, perfect timing. 5 seconds. It's gonna start again with the shift command for the Demon attack and finger on the Chaos rune. Oh, Demon isn't ready, but yeah, the lag became much better after the refresh. I was able to do the Chaos rune fast and give the order for the whirlwind. Now there might be time for me to do one ultimate slasher before the sylph mode. That would be good. If the lag is higher, you can actually judge it by that. So after my whirlwind, if I go directly into sylph mode, that means there is a lot of lag. Alright, gave the order for the Demon to heal the whole party, and I will of course now go with the dark sylph, which means that I'll be hitting everybody now. which is very useful, especially with the Death's Harvest, because it target takes 5 more damage for 2 rounds, so it puts a debuff on them, which makes my party hit them harder, which is excellent. Dark Self is generally universally very nice. He's got area damage, he's got Delphic, Big Delphics, he's got single target damage, he's got various kind of tricky skills that not so many are using, but which are also interesting. Like he's got a skill which is, for example, reducing the awakening points of your enemy, which is fantastic for PvP. So you got, you fight somebody and they go into stealth mode and their energy is going down, but it's enough to do Delphic, and then you do that and you cut their energy and they're unable to do the Delphic, and in that logic it's a wonderful skill. But of course if you take that, you can't take another one, so it's always a problem to balance out interesting skills for PvP and things which will make you do more damage in PvE. Grace is going for a beer and cigarettes. I hope he has fun, but of course not the most healthy lifestyle to copy. Alright, we resume with round 11 in 1 second. 0 seconds. Loading time. I'm gonna do finger on Chaos Rune. And this time Demon is not ready with his skill, so I'm not going to do it. I can see Miss Hell has already put Guardian Rune, which is of course a good thing to do on the first round. You can withstand usually there could be 1 or 2 rounds of area damage, and those are, really everybody's dishing out damage in the first 2 rounds. It's a wonderful place to put a Guardian Rune. So there are 3 people alive. Come on. Only my kid is alive, so hopefully he will be able to do the healing before he dies. They're trying to kill him with Awakening, which they do manage. If Miss Hell didn't awaken, my kid would have done the healing. Now there's Delphic from her, but I'm gonna do heal room already because I know I have bad dark resist, so I would get very little damage a lot of damage from her. Let's see if I manage to heal myself before I die. I didn't expect so, because Miss Hell probably not Miss Hell, but my dark resist was so low that and Miss Hell was not a weak player, so she was hitting me well, and that was a no chance. You really cannot fight if you don't have resist. If somebody has really good will crystals, and mine are getting better, I've saved up a lot of will crystals, and I will use a lot of them in the next crystal upgrade. But if somebody has, say, level 6 and above will crystals, and you don't have the resist against their self, there's nothing you can do. You will die. Alright, here we go with round 12. Let's see who we get. Alright, let me try to read out the names before it all gets messy. So we got McGruber, Gazi, Arthos, MX, and Kazumi as enemies. Come on, Whirlwind, you can do it. But I must admit, it is not entirely exciting that you get to do just his skills before the Sylph mode. It's so slow to 4v4 battles in that sense. I hope one day they get better and allow, you know, simultaneous action so that everybody can take action at the same time. And that would of course be crazy in all the craziness that would create, but that would be fair and fun. Like, imagine everything moving at the same time. You'd need a really good connection or very good programming without memory leaks to be able to handle that. Right now, although some of the lag is due to the players, the way the game is programmed not so well is eating up a lot of basically that is responsible for a lot more lag than the players, because if as everybody knows, Tower of Kings, tiny dungeon, 4 people fighting one boss, one boss, 4 people fighting against 4 people in a tiny room, and the lag is insane compared to the rest of the game. So that can only happen with terrible programming. I thought while we have a little bit of time, let's have a look at my party members. Just a glance. We got Pesh here at 1.23, 1.25, and let's look at their resistances. Low on water and wind, which is not terrible, and good on electro as well, but weak on light and dark. So, and I see there's some fire, so Pesh must be doing some fire dimensions, and we can so video will fade soul mark. Okay, and bell protection for crystals. Yeah, not very awesome crystals. There were level 3s in there even, so he still has a lot to work on. Alright, there's the Apollo shield from Chris. We're fighting now Angelar, Nigo79, and Haki Don Muya. Wow, that's a name. I wonder why Nigo is 79. A lot of people 69 for various reasons, which I want to go into. Why is my character not responding? I'm pressing buttons on the keyboard, it is not responding. I'm gonna go to stealth mode directly. I'm not gonna give an order for to use a skill. So let's be the first in stealth mode. And if my attack kills Nico, that'll be amazing, because otherwise he's gonna heal everybody. Oh, look at that, tiny little health, and he's gonna heal everybody. That's so sad. For me, that is. Alright, I'll do Delphic and see if I survive. No, 3 people attacking. Wind, I'm not that much, and dark, of course, you saw I'm weak at. But if I had killed Nico, if he didn't have that tiny little bit of health left, I might have won, I don't know. Hard to tell. Alright, so let's continue. So we saw that Pash has, even though Pash is at 1.23 million BR, still has a lot to improve, and especially in the region of resistance crystals, and those don't have bell rating. So somebody can have low bell rating but amazing resistances and kill somebody with much higher bell rating. So that's Pash's advice to Pash to improve in that. We got Chris here. Let's have a look at his bell rating. Minus 100 for light, only 100 for dark, 10 for water, 100 for wind. So pretty much no resistances, only on electro. So that's not so good. But his crystals are at least better than Pash's crystals, which were terrible, unfortunately. Which is surprising, because nowadays you get level 4 crystal, straight away from a high gate, a high tower gate in advanced dimensions, for example, and that's definitely possible to do for Pash, who is at 1.2 million bell rating. You could easily do it. I think Pash can also do expert dimensions, so that's what my advice would be. And here we got Mamo. Mamo's got proper level 8 resistances. Now the other two guys can definitely learn from him. Alright, here we got the Terminor. Gaho or something, and Uto and Furetto. Very interesting names. I always love seeing people's names, what kind of things they select, because they always end up surprising me. We got 2 intercepts coming from our team, which is interesting, from Chris and from the Udemon of Bash. Come on, what am I doing? I'm still waiting for that ultimate slash. Not good. Alright, let's see if my kid manages to heal before the others activate stealth mode. Yes, there is the healing. Great. There's my area damage, not doing almost nothing to the Gaias, because they probably have a very high dark resist, and that's where I'm gonna bite the dust. Especially that I killed myself and my especially that I killed myself and my my team member, on top of the fact that I have terrible dark resist in this Titan War. The Terminator is saying, guys, we did the real Cosmos. That's cool. Just I'm in the relaxed mode with a relaxed team of lower battle ratings with no resistances. But still, congratulations, and I'm really happy that that made you happy. I'm totally all for making other people smile and happy, so that's good. So I'm gonna... Oh, we're looking at Mamo. I was gonna pause, but let's finish looking at Mamo. Mamo's got bell protection. Very, very dangerous on wind and light. Decent on dark. And I know some people think that 1000 plus is decent. for regular people, you know, 500 is decent. And also on Electro, and very high in water, probably because he's doing water dimensions and he's got some fire. So we can see there water dimensions, water, electro, dark, water, fire, dark, water, fire, dark, and that's his layout. So he went more for a balanced approach. And now we have the final round, 15 out of 15, 2,700 points so far, which is not terrible. I expected a lot worse. Really a lot worse I expected. Because say competitive teams do like 3,300, 3,500. The top teams of course get into the finals, and the rest do like us, I guess. 2007, and we'll get another 135-ish if we lose. So 2,800, or if we win 2,900, which is not terrible. It's fine. And most importantly, completely stress-free. Alright. Let's go stealth mode. Give the order for healing. And now there's a lot of lag, so I'm not sure if I'm in time, if I'm not in time. Let's see what happens. Already given the orders, so just gotta wait for the implementation. There I'm in a stealth mode, great. Oh no, not yet. There, now I got the skills. Gave the order for Death's Harvest. And we seem to be... we will definitely win, let's say, because I have high electro resist, so that's not an issue. And generally speaking, this was a weaker party, so it's good. And this made us 2,970 points, basically 3,000 points without trying. Is, I think, absolutely amazing. I think last time we did 3,300 points in a stronger team, if I remember correctly, although I'm not sure now. But yeah, I think that was great. So that's it, 2,790 points. We got the health section. I could have changed formation, but I basically didn't care, and I think we did pretty good. So thanks to my team, Chris, Mamo, and Pesh. And we're gonna get the results, of course, a tiny little bit later. But it's absolutely easy to predict that we didn't get into the finals, which is totally okay. We're still gonna get, we're still gonna get the Titan crystals to spend, and I will not be taking something like this, because we're now able to earn them from Narendra dungeon weekly. So I prefer to get it like that. Soul seals can get via insignia nowadays. Will crystals, no point, better to get it from dimension. Refinement crystals could be a very interesting choice for the red equipment. The clamps for holy forging after the basic holy forging is done could be interesting. I think Eudemon items are generally not as popular, and Berdim's wine was for me the best reward before they ruined completely the maps. Now a lot of people don't do maps at all because it's a waste of time compared to the reward that you get. And these kind of things, blessings of God, could be interesting for everybody who hasn't refined their self equipment yet. Those things do make a big difference. And otherwise, truncheons. I think for me, one of the top choices is going to have to be truncheons, because I simply don't have any other income source for truncheons, and they are the items that you need to upgrade the medallions. So upgrade requires 400 truncheons, and I don't think I have that many. And if I were to try to buy 400, it won't list it. But of course you'll do just 7 times 400, that's 2,800 then Titan crystals, so that would be required for that. Another choice that free players can consider is bids of influence, because the daily income of them is relatively low, and they're still rather expensive in the exchanges. Honor, not really. I don't think people should consider that. So those are my recommendations for people to pick from the Titan Workshop. These Eudemon items are just for enchanting, but a lot of people, the people who make the events, are not doing them that intelligently. So I have, for example, a lot of these enchant items, but I don't have any items to refine, so I have nothing to enchant. You need the flames to refine before you can enchant, so getting enchant items is useless in that sense. And like I said, these two, for all those people who can do Narendra, or who can get help to do Narendra, I don't suggest to invest in these obviously, because of our income of crystals is no point to get from here. But I do consider this one, if you are close to or already have red equipment, because refining it is pretty important, and there are some changes coming to the game which will make refining even more important, especially for the red equipment. So if you're there, consider these items. Otherwise, consider the clamps and the smithies for the holy forging, although they are expensive, so you can ignore them and get them via dungeon as well. The glints of magic and magical moonlights, I never had to get them. For some reason I have a lot of them, so those also I don't suggest. Definitely not Berdim's wine anymore. So top choices: Empire truncheons, consider beads of influence, and elite refinement crystal. So that's where I am, I think, and we are at 50 past the server, and I don't exactly know when the mail or announcement will come, but in this specific case, I know for sure that we will not be in the final, so there's no point in waiting for it to record. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a bit of it's a bit longer video because I was explaining a whole bunch of things and talking on different topics, so it became longer than the fights were. So but I hope you still enjoyed it. So if so, please do click on like and subscribe. That always helps. Also helps if you share, and all the links that we have are in the description below. But basically, if you need, you just go to dollygames.com. If you bookmark that one, all the websites and all the locations are linked off right from the homepage of dollygames.com. So bookmark the sites, visit them, subscribe if you want to receive email notifications. Like when we post articles, if you're subscribed, then the website will automatically send you the most recent published article. I think it's every day in the morning or something like that. As well, you can like our Facebook page, and then you will be also kept in track of our posts on Facebook as well. So that's it, you guys, and anybody who wants to support, you're welcome to do so. We welcome all the support we can get, both free as well as anybody who wants to support financially. In that case, check out also our Patreon page, and there you can become a patron of our team of Dolly Games. So if you can, that's cool too. So thanks for watching, and have a very nice day.